What's going on, everybody? Back with another Wealth Hack Wednesday, and I just had lunch with a guy that I've known him for a while. I'll share who he is later on because I have this good feeling that I'm going to get to know him more. But during this lunch meeting, as we're talking, he said something that really took me back to my beginning days as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as somebody that wanted to start something but didn't really know what I wanted to start and how I was going to do it. And the story he shared with me was he had a website that for 3 years was investing, I think he said about $10,000 a month. Now, thankfully, he had another business that was profitable that allowed him to do this. But he had a vision. He had a vision of what this was going to become. He just was trying to figure it out along the way. And thankfully, he didn't go bankrupt, because that definitely could have happened. I'm not saying you need to invest $10,000 a month into your side hustle. Not many of us could even do that. Fast forward to present day, now he has a $100 million company. All because he was willing to invest in himself and to his idea, the vision that he had. Now, I guess that was like 5 or 6 years ago. So I think about, for me, like with my blog, I had my financial planning practice, and for the first 2 or 3 years, like I was investing into the site. Now, I wasn't investing that much, the $10,000 a month, but there was $500 for a website here, or article writers here. A lot of sweat equity. I was investing my time, and that's because I had to answer to a higher power. Not God in this situation, but to my wife, because she didn't really, she wasn't all in with the vision that I had. So I was doing this and just making sure that I was doing so in the most frugal way possible. So I was very careful not to just splurge on a bunch of different things, and because that would be really easy for me to do. I just want to make sure I was doing it right. So it was like $100 here and $500 there, and start investing more and more. But then, I was actually seeing profits before that. But still, I still had to invest something, whether that's time, money, resources, whatever that is. And that's what most people fail to see, is that they have their job and they just want to quit. They just want to cut off the cord and jump to the next thing because they're tired of doing that. This guy who has a $100 million company, he was still running his business, and he was still working 60 hours a week, making sure that he could have the income, one, to support his wife, but also two, to fund this other business or vision that he had. And that's what many people fail to see. They see those that have this business that is thriving and it's everything they ever hoped it would be, but they don't realize the sacrifice that goes into it. So what the wealth hack I want you to take away from this is that if you have an idea, and Gary Vaynerchuk talks about this all the time, is that you have a side hustle. This is what you do when you get home from work. This is what you do on the weekends. Most people don't want to do that. They want to watch Netflix and chill. They want to hang out, go to happy hour. They just want to do all these things, which, yeah, you got to have some time for that. But if you truly want something different, if you truly want a different result in your life, then you have to do something different. Then you have to be different. I talked about that in another wealth hack video, or talk about doing something different. You have to do something different. You have to go out there. And that, for me, that was me working on the blog. I was doing that in the evenings. I was doing that on the weekends. I was doing that during I guess would have been time I should be trying to get new clients for the financial planning practice, but I just had this vision of something bigger. And fast forward to present day, and that's where don't have a $100 million company yet. I don't know if I ever will, but definitely have a 7-figure business and working to be 8 figures. And maybe if I rub elbows with a guy who's got a $100 million business, I'll learn some things to do there. But it all also depends on what your goals are, right? In the day, though, is that you got to do something different to have different results. And one way you can do that is to have something on the side, to invest that extra time and try to figure out what that is. You might not know what that is in the beginning. I didn't really have a business plan. I knew I just wanted to have a blog. I knew I wanted to educate others, and the business came out of that. And I think that's another good tip that you can get, is wanting to serve others. What is your primary goal? Is it to help others, try to solve some sort of problem, some sort of solution to whatever they're trying to accomplish? And if that is that's your motivation, to me, the money will come, the money will follow, but it's all about serving others first. But anyway, that's a whole other video. But anyway, just want to film this really quick and just talk about wealth hack of using your current income to funnel that into that side business, taking some of that extra money and be willing to invest that into a vision, into a dream, into whatever it is that you want to create. That's what it takes. All right, this is Jeff Rose reminding you that it's your money, it's your life, and only you can make it awesome. Until next time, peace.